Hey there, everyone. AVAM here, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. We are in Bitterblack Isle, and we just took out a cursed dragon in the Inner Sanctum. We have the Void Key, and we are going to move further in to the labyrinth and see what goes on. Pick up what the cursed dragon left. Left a lot of rift polycrystals, bicrystals, but I'm not seeing any of... There are a few pickups you want from this that are great for crafting, so you can farm those. Very useful. Alright. Let's open this up real quick.
This looks interesting.
And take a look at this slab that's down here as well. Told you.
We have tried.
Somebody picked that up.
No more note of this item till its curse is undone.
True. We won't learn of that item until the curse is undone. That's why we have Rift Crystals and Oldra who help us. Let's see. Looks like we found everything we need to here. And it never hurts to take a second look anytime you are walking around, especially if you're new to it. Take your time. Look around. There's a lot of things that you think you're going to miss. Oak leaf oil. Go ahead. Somebody will use that for their joints. Good for you. Good for you. When I first started playing... I would break every box, everything, grab everything you can. Even if you're like, I don't know, is there going to be a use for it? Grab it. You'll find a use for it sometime. Because remember, this game really is all about how you want to play it. And I think that's what I love the most. Is that I like to play as a Strider assassin. And... it doesn't get old. I have over 600 hours in this game, and counting as I continue to play for you guys. So, I just can't get enough of it. I have never found it boring. I hadn't touched it in quite a few years. But coming back to it for this playthrough has been immensely enjoyable all over again. And I mean, this was released in 2012, 11 years ago, and I still enjoy it as much today as I did when I picked it up on day one, and that's why I'm excited to say, once we get through Bitterblack Isle, probably a few more videos of this, because I'm going to do Bitterblack Isle run through 1, and then we're going to come through and do it on the second run through, so you can see Damon's true form, the true form of the Dark Arisen. This is not where we need to go for the Void Key. We are going to go further down. I still enjoy it. So please, I have seen an immense amount of support for these videos, and I'm loving it. So please subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. I can't do this without you guys, and I thank you so much for all the support. I know Dragon's Dogma has a great community, and I have loved this game for all the years it's been out. And I know you guys do too, so thank you so very much for watching, and thank you so much for the support. All right, let's open this up. You know what? I'm just going to do it. Interventive. Come on, man. This Void Key will open us further into the Rift. So many hours into this. On PlayStation 3 was where it first came out. I platinumed it on there. There are a lot of angry things in the air here. And this is where it becomes annoying, because everything here can knock you off. And that's the aim. You have to think of the enemies and your surroundings in this game, which is something a lot of games don't really make you think about. Because here, everything is meant to either stagger you or knock you from these bridges, which are very narrow. I love that. Again, distracted, sorry. But a 0 to 200 run, I haven't heard the... oh, come on now. Not that kind of a risen. A 0 to 200 run is going to be amazing because to hear those level ups again and to earn those rewards and see that I'm not only gaining experience in gold, but I'm also leveling up from doing the different quests and side quests is going to be a joy to behold. Could somebody get up here and open this? Because one of these is full of rot. I'm just going to go for it. A Winter's Path. No thanks. What is down here? Yeah, see that's... Luckily, our crew is quite strong and able to withstand quite a bit of damage. Where are you going? Shattered Earth Tome. You know what to do. You're going to get stuck over there, though. Queen Cloth. Mage's Periapt. I'm not going to grab those. Somebody open this one. I'll open it. Jewelist Summoning. No, thank you. Normally, I will grab everything I find, as you've seen through playthroughs. But I'm worried about my weight right now. And I'm not talking about eating a diet. Shamanic regions. These succubi. It's funny because the harpies are so easily taken down. The succubi are much more tanky and much more erratic. And much easier when you do get to knock them down. So you want to get a good aim on them. But for some reason... There we go. They just can hover, like, right out of range.
Focus on the arms.
Focus on the arms. Who are you talking about? Oh, another Gore Cyclops? This one shouldn't be an issue. They do pick things up and throw them. Go for the eye, as always. There was a secondary casualty there of a succubi. Oh, come on! Let's do this. Well, he just slammed me down. We are not going to run from this, ladies and gentlemen. AVAM and his crew are going to take down a Cursed Dragon and a Gore Cyclops right here. Let's go. The joy of this one is that he doesn't have any armor, but I am taking a serious amount of damage from this. So what we're going to do is use a little bit of... We are going to use some Liquid Vim. And I think we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get rid of the rest of these. When in doubt, work it out. Yes, it is. And while I still have the Liquid Vim, now I don't have any more blast arrows, but I have the Periapt already. Well, I still have the Liquid Vim and Periapt. We'll take this down quickly. There you go. Don't stop believing is what I always say. So does Journey. See, those parry ups are very helpful. Final blow. Sort it out. See what I did there? Sort it out. That's funny. Alright, so those cursed dragon horns and everything. So there is the challenges that lie within Bitterblack Isle. I mean, we were facing a Gore Cyclops and a Cursed Dragon out of nowhere. So take the time now to heal it up. But I told you, those Conqueror's parapets, very useful. I keep saying that word wrong. Maybe I'm saying it right. Who knows? But they don't mess around. The enemies are very numerous. Check every chest. Here we go. We're looking for this. And the thing is, you can pass this stuff up. There are things you don't need to fight. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to look at every nook and cranny in this game. You can go right past a lot of it. But because I'm showing you what Bitterblack Isle has to offer, of course I'm going through the importance of it all. So, let's go further in. And plus, if you're trying to build your character up, all experience is good experience. The Forsaken Cathedral. These are tanky, and they will vomit on you, which is not great, but you want fire and holy against these. A lot of things in Bitterblack Isle. Here it comes.
What else would you expect with
You can be poisoned or stricken by the vomit that it lets sit on the ground there. Rotten bane flesh. I'm heavy now.
Poisoned undead, come!
Poison undead. And regular undead. So, sure. Fire's good for them. Aim for the heads. Holy's good, and you don't want that vomit on you, believe me. Treat it like real life. Do you want vomit on you? No, you don't. So you don't want it on you in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen either. Good rule of thumb, public service announcement.
What's that?
Are you going to heal the wounds? Heal the wounds. My fears. Get out of the way. Somebody open these, please.
Strength in numbers arisen.
Yep. Strength in numbers.
Perhaps?
Alchemical bangles, yes. Any armor, another thing for building character, doing multiple runs. Pick up everything. I mean, you know I've said this 100 times. Pick up everything, because eventually you're going to get... some people aren't collectors, so they don't care how big their collection of inventory is. I do happen to like how much I have in my inventory, but every once in a while, when doing runs, I will sell many of the multiples that I have, which in the beginning was a great way to make some money and a great way to stay in shape. Look at all these rats. So the one ring I have allows for rift crystals to be dropped more often from many. These. Oh, these are fun. So they work in tandem. You have to take them both down to deplete the life bar. Because without it, the gold is weaker than the silver. But if you don't take them both down, one will revive. So once the Gold Knight releases a lot of gold. Ooh, giant coin.
Looks interesting.
Please, please. This game just checks off a lot of boxes for me. Collecting things, hoarding money.
wonder what's inside.
All of these things are great. Platinum ring, yes. Auspicious incense. Wonderful. More tablets. So I still have a couple liquid vim. I have no more blast arrows, but we will have a chance to get those again because we may run into death yet a third time.
We'll have need of the best arms available if we hope to survive this place.
Blast arrows are very useful against death and certainly necessary against Damon because he just can decimate your party without even thinking about it. Please open.
This looks interesting.
It does. It looks the same as any other one you saw, but go ahead. Ooh, more alchemical bangles. Liftstone. Again, I don't need these, but I collect them. It's just part of... These are giant undead and walking dead. Oh, God. See, there's one where the animation pushed me out of where they should have been grabbing me, but they still were. Ooh, I'm not sure about that one. I don't remember. Here, you check that out, Kate. I trust you guys.
Treasure, perhaps?
Yep. Okay, just a rift by, Crystal. Everything's fine. Moving on. Banshees. There's the one. The Banshee will scream.
Be still. I'll have them all.
You're on fire. You're not supposed to be able to do anything. The Banshee will scream and completely stagger you. Tripping over my words a little bit. Sorry. Grab a water here in a second.
Did it! There's no way we
Brawn
could have lost to
runes.
that.
I remember having to
triumphed.
collect so many of
Treasure,
those
perhaps?
because there was a weapon and armor piece that I wanted to upgrade.
What's that?
Same thing as it always is. So we go down there, but here, grab this one.
Let's have a look.
Okay. Liftstone again, don't need it. Taking it just to add it to my collection. Man, it is multiple day here because gotten so many alchemical bangles, multiple of the same amounts of armor today. We have here Rift Crystal, Corpse Nettle, which is, I mean, it's very cool that they add these things, like growing near the corpses. Some are growing out of the corpses. It's just, it's, I love the look of it. Oh, for crying out loud. That's going to close a Dark Bishop and the Dragon. There's the Dark Bishop. Let's give this a go. So first things first. Leave the Cursed Dragon. We've dealt with that before. And he knocks me down and breaks my leg. So what we're going to do is what we normally do here. I'm going to throw on four of those Periups and a liquid vim. My lantern's out. Well, that explains that. Let me put some oil in this. So we'll do that too. It was looking a little dark in here. Here, we'll bring some light to the subject. I have an idea. There, look at that. Now, take down the Dark Bishop. Because he'll cast. And he can revive the dragon if you happen to... See, because there, we have opened the heart up for that. There. Now he has fallen. Now go over there and holy the crap out of him. That's right. You got holy magic, have your caster do it. Hit it with all you have. taking a little nap down here. Come on, we can do this real quick. Look at that. Dark Bishop is gone. Later, Gator. Dragon? Dragon? And it takes them both out if you take out the Dark Bishop. If you try to take down the dragon and the Dark Bishop is still hanging around...
Did you say something, Arisen?
Yes, I'm trying to talk to my fans. He can revive the dragon, so... I mean, I wouldn't say it's an endless battle, but it definitely drags it on a lot longer than it should. Well, what are you doing up there? This is mine. All right. Bruh. That's what I thought. And... look at that. Coming down. I'm good. Again, you want to pick up these 5 crystals, especially if you have a lot early on and you need... like, having 3 million from people borrowing my pawn over time, I'm not worried about purifying stuff from Bitterblack Isle. But when you first get to Bitterblack Isle, and you might not have made a lot of crystals through your playthroughs, trying to get that armor when it's like, oh man, I really want to purify that armor, and you can't because you can't afford it. It's frustrating because some of the greatest armor in the game comes right here from ye old Bitterblack Isle. Let's look over here real quick. It's sad that sometimes I forget to put my lantern back on just because I'm so used to playing this. Hey, give me that. That one I'm going to take from you, Kate. You have 2 of them? Well, thanks. Yeah, I'll take those. That's the other thing is that, you know, at this point, I mean, the grind, when we get through the 0 to 200 playthrough, that'll be a lot of fun to see the grind that goes into it. So let's open this up real quick. I'm going to show you something here. You want to open this? We're going to open this one. And come back here to the surface. She's going to tell us another story.
To the surface, though they show a past which is not my own. I recall fighting. I was in the service of a great warrior, and together we overcame many
Yeah, you were
trials.
pawn. We get it. Let's go. So this here is really the storyline kind of the Dark Arisen. There's no cutscenes like there were in the vanilla game. So this is where your storyline is. And when we do the 0 to 200, which is coming up, I will spend the time and we'll listen to this stuff. Right now, I just want to get through it. So there's that. Any new quests on here? There is one. If you take care of Death, you get the pants that my Arisen has on. But what we're going to do right now is gear up a little bit. Let me get what I can here so we can move forward. So we're going to need some more blast arrows. And we're going to take... oh, God. Way too many. Tools. We need some Conqueror's Periops, and I know they're here. Not demon. Why did I buy demon? Take 11 of these. There we go. And curatives, we're going to take 3 of the liquid BIM.
If there is only a... Pray, take care.
Thank you. So, we've faced quite a few cursed dragons and other large beasts since we've been here, but we have opened the way now to get back to the surface from even further in the cursed Bitterblack Isle. So let's return. We are geared up to get further in, and we are going to take on the Dark Arisen. Let's see what happens. Back into the fray.
This pawn
We're in the corridor of the Hallowed.
Is a welcome relief to a pawn. We can still return to the
Baroche.
surface. Let us not...
When I was from the very start,
He was an Arisen at one time.
Chasing after my heart. Useless thing. If eternity was mine to pass as I saw fit, and what of you? You that I've stopped. Now, will you have a look?
As we've talked, he can rarefy your items. If they're dragon forged, he can make them silver or gold dragon forged. You can buy things. So let's take a look at what you can buy from him. So for curatives, I've never really looked into everything that he has. You can buy flasks of oil. The weapons he has are honestly very... I found it strange is that they're just very basic. For this part of the game, you'd think that there would be a lot more to it, but not really. And the armor, same thing. You know, there's nothing really unusual that he has. Though if you want something that's decent, I will say, for a good good pair of under armor for the legs is these laborer's breeches. They don't look like they do that much, but when you get them dragon forged and then gold dragon forged, they are a very strong one to have. And he has them.
Now, will you have it? No die.
So again, we go on our way. Oh, we're finding little pieces of the Arisen story here.
What's this?
What's what? They're leaf worms. I don't know what you're doing, but... I mean, we've been in this long enough, you should pretty much know what everything is. And as you can see from this, if I've helped with anything, always pick up liquid BIM when you find it. You can see I only have 23 of them, and I've played through because I've not bought any. But I just pick them up and then save them for... I save them for this, and then the Dragon, which maybe I'll have to do for an episode. The Dragon was a nifty feature they had here, because remember, this is all single player, but the pawns are created by other players, and they share through the network. The Dragon was an online strong dragon. You found it in the Everfall, sorry. And when you would, it had a life bar, strong life bar, and it was an online thing that many people could attack, and you'd find out where it was. And there were so many hit points to take down on it. See, I'm attached now, so you want to be in here. There you go. And if you defeated it, you got... Yes. See, that's when you want to take it off of your pawn. These do not fall easy.
Are you all right, Master?
They definitely take enchantments to take down.
Someone hurry! Attack!
I'm working on it.
The possessed cannot
It's not too late.
Stay
I have it
close.
all.
Come on. Somebody? Thank you. These take time to destroy, but the reason we're fighting them is I want you to see what they drop. Because they have important crafting things that they have. And they are a little more grabby than normal, because that is when you can do the most damage to them. They're not really vulnerable until they have grabbed somebody. So you kind of want to bait. There you go. Almost gone. Cast on it, please, before see it disrupted.
There's no way we could have lost to that. It's well and truly flopped.
So we can go this way. And you'll find these saurians.
I'm at your side.
His best to sever the tail!
The tail is severed.
This one is still heavily armored. Where?
I take that.
This one here. Saurian sages. You first found these in the Everfall. And then, here, if that releases, I'll show you another way to take these down. This, use some rift crystals. It's an unlit beacon. And if I light it, watch what happens here. 300 rift crystals, okay. So if you stand in this area, it will certainly destroy very easily. And this is how you want to take them down. There was one in the other room, but I wanted to show how they're destroyed by casting magic and not so much just enchantment.
All right, Master.
And you definitely want to stay together when these are in the room, because if you split up and you try and run away, you're going to lose a pawn, you're going to lose an arisen. But these Saurian sages that are down here are bigger than the ones you find in the Everfall, and they just are incredibly hard. But the strength of the magic cast upon these beings is what you want, and these Maleficent Heart Shards are very important to have for crafting.
Avoid a protracted battle.
I am possessed! Help me!
You're not possessed. We'll take care of it. Cast it.
Give a call if you're possessed.
Are you all right, Master?
So they're weakest when they're possessing somebody,
Magic finds
or
you
the
well
Rift
enough.
Crystal Light will easily take them down. There's a macabre statue.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
Take this large nut first. Maleficent Heart. There you go. Because a Maleficent Heart shard can be combined. Alright, so let's take a look through here real quick. What are we going to find? This area is rather quiet.
Strain your eyes against the dark.
I didn't get an attack off on him there. And in this closed space, it's just annoying, but let's do this. Alright, easy, Gandalf. Oof. Oh, the camera angle's underneath here. Okay, this one hurts. Wait for this. Because they don't get to him quick enough, and he will hit me with this hammer. Now, if you're not strong, that hit right there, let's take him down using this. We'll get him to come over here. 300 rift crystals. Yes, please. Because this will help us. Run over here. I dare you. So anytime they're going to strike, you want to get them off. If he's standing on you, get over here. Come on, run over this way. Charge. There you go. Oxhorn, yes. Oh, someone found a dragon's quickening. That's a magic bow that's used by a magic archer. And then up here. The camera angles sometimes down here are the most frustrating part.
Let's have a look.
Rift by crystal, yes. And we'll go through this door. Going further down. Death. There he is. Oh, my old friend Death. This may be the one. Yeah, we'll do this. Where's Death? And Death has been defeated. So what do we get from Death?
What's this?
We get a scythe shard, a bone lantern. Well, Death has been defeated. Right here, in this chamber, where it happened. All right. Nothing up there. Moving on. Do I have any of those arrows left? Because he takes quite a bit to get out of there. No, I don't. I have none arrows left for that. But Death is done now. And we got the bone lantern and the scythe shard to prove it. He does run. But he shows up in the 3 same places every time. So if you're prepared. Okay, this here is a pain. Because there's 2 of those Gore Cyclops. And if you don't get their helmet off, you're in trouble. So the first thing you want to do is take out all the small enemies around, and then focus on the Gore Cyclops and get one of your pawns to aggro it so that you can take down, you can get behind it, flank it, and take the helmet off using fivefold fury or something else. You have to watch for the magic that these that they cast here, because you don't want to get stuck in that. There's so many things here with these mages. The gargoyles, the mages, succubi. These are sirens. Oh! And I got hit by that. Alright, can I have a heal, please? Before we start taking these big guys on? Because we're going to do it.
The leg! Grab hold of the leg! I'll get
Not-
that higher before it can see.
Not now! Starting without paying attention.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
That was a heck of a hit from that spell. But I was able to withstand it. Let's do it. I don't know what you're trying to do. So, since I don't have a high vantage point, which I could use, you want to get that mask off, and the locks are on the back. So what I'm going to do right now is make my way up here and hopefully unlock those locks.
Please help me.
Oh, we have a downed pawn. So we must return to the downed pawn, because if we leave it open, they won't survive. Where are you? Did you drag it over here? Yep. Alright, keep aggroing them, would you? So I can unlock what I have to here. Now, you do not have to fight either of these.
I'll grab it where it's weak.
And they rage quickly.
Into his neck. Throw it all out.
Yes, it can.
Grab hold of the leg. I'll grab it where it's weakest. He must be cautious.
When they're armored like this, they take a lot more to take down. I need to get a good shot up there to release that helmet. And since they're running around like a chicken with their head cut off, there it is.
It's a troubling foe.
Everyone, be healed. Cannot move with one upon its leg.
And they rage for quite some time, which is the pain. Instead of calming down, They hold up a lot of pent-up rage.
Draw its eye. It is a trembling curl to its neck. Throw it off balance.
For this one, we're just going to go further. Before these guys come back up and make it more difficult. I'll let them fight up there. I will join them shortly. Yeah, see? That hit even from just here, from a sword hit. Ridiculous. Can I have a heal, please? And I'll work on this for a minute. Thank you. Because if we started fighting it, well, we might as well finish it. Let's make this a little more even with the armor. We will use that to our advantage. That way we don't have to worry about the loss of stamina from using the 5-fold flurry. I don't have the blast arrows necessary to take that mask off. I'm not able to get high enough to be able to hit the locks, it seems. So I've done it many times before here. But he's just angry as all get out, so... We're just going to set ourselves up for success and take him out with 5-fold flurry with advanced attack. Because with all the spiked armor, these are the ones that you can't climb, and not having a high vantage point like when you're in the other area to actually get those locks off the sides of the helmet, because he doesn't want to stay. Now, the only nice thing about the two that are in here... Oh, no. Oh, the other one's still over there. Okay, good. I was worried that it... was going to wake up. But it's still over there. So we're going to take this one down real quick. If you are in the wrong place in this room and you wake both of them up, and then you have to deal with the Dark Pawns and the Dark Wizards, and you're not level 200 with Dragon Forged armor and curatives and such with you, this could be the end of your journey. And you may be returning here at another time. Because they do take some time. I mean, that armored chest plate, the armored helmet, the armored legs, all spiky. It's not like the regular Gore Cyclops or regular Cyclops you find in the vanilla game that you can scale. That is just one beast of a Cyclops there, but you get some good things from them. And that's why they are what they are, because you get level 2, level 1. I want that, so I have to wait. There, the macabre eye. Instead of the misshapen eye from the other one, you get the macabre eye. So when we get a second, we're going to have to think grabbing some more supplies before we get to Damon, but we are close. Up here, there's quite a bit of gold, and a lot of this is with purpose, because you have the ability to come up on a place to use it here very shortly.
This looks interesting.
Yes, look in it. This is where you're going to find a lot of good stuff. Comes in the third act. If you were looking at it in terms of just regular story game, it's one continuous dungeon, but it seems to be broken up in the same way. It's like you're going to find better weapons the deeper you go, as it should be. Leaf worms. Even these are giving you some gear at this point. Leaf worms can cause poison and defense down, which I was just afflicted with, strangely enough. Now we should be at the top of another staircase when we get through here. Oh no, this is the Bloodless Stockade.
This place is surely
So
dead without a ladder.
you want to go in here. Because this is the Arisen's Refuge. And there's some gold.
Access to the rift is vital in the bowels of such a place.
There's a rift. And then here, there's another quest board.
The scent of beasts is thin here. We should
Acquire
be
3 cursed
comparatively
dragon
safe.
horns for 50,000. Living armor in the catacombs and the wages of death. Slay death at Bitterblack Isle, and you'll get the boots of shadow. Now, I don't know if it's going to give that to me, even though I did it already, because I didn't get here and
What's
pick it
that?
up
Seems something's written here.
beforehand. So in the Arisen's Refuge, there's a lot of things you can pick up. There's pickaxes, airtight flasks, which I've saved many times throughout the game, because there was a quest for kept grand grapes and 5 giant fish, and you never had enough of them. There's a lot of airtight flasks here. This is where you get them. You can see how those
What'll it be then?
gear and cursed things add up, because the need for rift crystals is what you're going to look for, because you wonder when you're going for it. And we have used a lot today, but that's okay. Normally I buy more of them in Grand Soren. I normally run back and grab them. But we will do that before we come through the second run through, so I will buy 500 more of those just so we have them. And I think I'll buy some more of these just because I can. So we're going to take 8 more of those. And we're going to take 2 curatives. Because you just want to have them.
What'll it be then? No, no dying.
All right, so we're at a place now. Oh, there's a moonbeam gem. Those work in the door. So we'll put those away, and I will show you those once we defeat him. The second version of Damon, I will show you how those work.
In that case, now will you have a look?
That
What'll it
opens
be?
those doors
No,
in the Dark
no
Moon
doubt.
Tower, and some of the best weapons in the game are kept there. Moving on. We're getting closer. We're going to cut this episode for now, and when we get back,
Have we sufficient storage?
we're going to be in the final part of Bitterblack Isle's first half. This is AVAM saying thanks for joining me today. I appreciate all your support. I cannot do this without you guys. So give me a follow on Twitch. Check out my YouTube channel at A Voice Among Many. Subscribe, leave a like and comments, and I will see you the next time we are on.